Hello guys. I hope you're sharpo and yeah, I'm okay myself. Today I want us to look at gold, and if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe and you hit the bell icon. And also, you can just share the channel or recommend it to your friends, so that shows that you appreciate the content that I'm sharing here with you. And again, if you're interested in the mentorship, you can just contact me on Telegram, and then we will take it from there. All right, let's get started. I'll just take you through, how each time frame looks like and what conclusion we can take from it and what we can look out for from where the price is currently. And also, as always, we always start with the highest time frame, which is our monthly chart. And on the monthly chart, we need to know where we are. So here we can see that the price is bouncing from this monthly support, right? And we identified that anywhere from there all the way to the top to be our monthly resistance. This is a monthly support, right? So what is it that we need to take from this? Do you think this support is gonna hold? Does it have like a higher chances of holding or being broken? We cannot predict such, but we can try and make some conclusions based on how it looks, right? So we can see that last month, if we talk about this candlestick here, last month the price dipped into the zone. It went up and left with kind of a bullish rejection candlestick. And when you're getting a bullish rejection candlestick at a territory of the bulls or the buyers, it's a good sign that the bulls could win, which means us getting that bullish pin bar at the area of support is a good sign, because that's where we expect the buyers to come in numbers to try and defend their zone, right? But again, keep in mind that I always tell you that if you have a bullish pin bar and the range ends there, if the next candlestick, the price action doesn't continue with whatever the bulls were trying to do when they push the price up there, and if they don't continue and break the range of that pin bar, but rather start going to the other side, if they break the range this side, it's like this guy never even existed, which is what we are worried about here. Because what you can see is that sort of this zone is not fresh, meaning it was tested before, right? And it not being fresh, now we have a pin bar around it, but we're saying we must see the price bouncing to the other side, because if it doesn't, then the price might end up challenging this and moving to the next one, which is somewhere around there. But we don't know. We will just monitor the price action going down and see if we will have like any sign that shows that the bulls are coming in, or if we will still be seeing the signs that the sellers are sort of not done with what they're trying to do. Because you can see the bulls try to take over when they formed this pin bar, but if they don't continue with that, it's not a good sign. Because you can see even this from around there, we had the areas of support and both of them were taken out. So the only one that's active now, the nearest one, is this one here. So that's all that you can draw from the monthly chart. And because you are around the monthly support, taking trades to the downside, it's quite risky, especially if you trade in the higher time frames. But if you trade in smaller time frames, obviously you can get your trade to the downside and exit quickly before even the structure can change or anything. But if you're trading higher time frames, trying to sell now, while you're inside a monthly support, is not a good thing to do. So let's check what's happening on weekly. So on weekly, we don't have much. We can see that the price, when it's coming down, it definitely gave us like a swing low kind of a thing, which means it allowed us to put this as our bearish trend line. So if we had a bearish trend line and we need to find the area of support, where can we put our nearest support? Because we turned here. Let's look left and see what we have. It's fine. It doesn't matter, as long as, even if you put it from there, as long as it's the one that's holding currently. If you put it there, it's your support that's currently holding. So that's our support, and the nearest area of resistance was this market pause there. So the price, sort of bounced from the area of support, which is inside that monthly one, and then it went up. And when it hit the trend line on this time frame, When it hit the trend line, it sort of formed bearish. I want you to be able to spot these things. So it's a bearish pin bar, right? And you know that we're saying a bearish pin bar, we rate it higher when it forms around the structures of a bearish, like bearish structures, things like a bearish trend line and an area of resistance. In this case, we had that around what? Around our bearish trend line. But look what I was telling you about. We had this, the price failed to close to the other side. It went up, but even if the bulls did that, they still failed to go to the nearest area of what? Of resistance. But rather the bears pushed them down and they caused what? Engulfing. Right? But it doesn't change the fact that this candlestick here is outside the trend line. It doesn't touch the trend line, meaning what? You need to understand that this guy here becomes very significant. This is now your support because it's the one that pushed up and gave us a candlestick outside. So when the price touches there, you can search for trades to go long from inside there, from anywhere inside this area of support here. So let's just mark it so that when you're going down, you know exactly where that area of support starts, so that you can tell, be able to decide if it's yet a time for you to start buying or not. So we are buying because of what? This zone gave us a move and broke the trend line, but we're just worried that this guy is not taken out, but it's a monthly, right? So if you get a reason to go long, you can exit here and you can also exit there. So this is going to be TP1, this is going to be TP2. That's if you get buying opportunities, then you can try and trade to the upside. Because of what? We broke the trend line, but we haven't yet taken out the resistance. We are kind of in a consolidation, so between this and this. So until one of them is broken, we will stay in that consolidation. So this is a weekly chart, right? So let's see what's happening on daily, if there's anything that you got here. So on daily, the price was moving up nicely. Let's try and adjust our weekly trend line so that we can remove it because it doesn't belong here. So we can see that the price was moving up nicely at some point, or the latest bullish trend line we got before a breakout was this one, bullish trend line, right? From there the price went down and it broke that area of what? It broke the trend line. And remember, you do have areas of what? Areas of support, areas of support, areas of support. But because when the price is coming back to them, let me show you, we had this. If you were to try and score this one, this is not even a zone. This is not even a zone because of what? We don't have that high. We don't have a high there. It's not a zone. So we can say this is our support, this is our support, and we had a trend line there. Both of them are taken out. So when the price was coming here at this support, if you were trading this as your execution time frame, you couldn't take trades there. Why? Because the momentum now is to the downside. A bullish trend line is no longer holding. We are no longer bullish. So why would I want to take a buy on this time frame? So the only time I will be allowed to take a buy is if the price moves into my bigger time frame and the trend line that side is still holding, or it's just a bigger time frame zone. I can search for any signs of reaction so that I can try and trade in the opposite direction. So meaning when the price gets inside this, because remember this is a weekly, we're looking at daily, and on daily we're saying it doesn't look nice because of what? Us taking out that trend line. And you can see even the price action here, it's not the same as the price action that you had when you were here. Here it was very smooth. You could see what the bulls were doing, but here it's very sketchy. So this one, you can see that the momentum was not very strong. The bulls were not that convincing, so which is why when the price came back, it just violated all of them. So now that we said on weekly, when the price enters this area of support, we are going to search for trades. But if you're executing on daily, it means you just have to find the areas of support inside here that you can try and search for trades from. So the first one you got is right at the brim here of the zone. This is support number 1. It's going to be hit first, right? And then when you move down, you can see you have another one here, which is also just around the first one, which is here, right? And if we were to assess them, we can see that when we're going down, we did have sort of, I don't know whether you want to put it there, but you did have a trend line somewhere there, and the move from this one is the one that pushed up and broke it. So this did something. But when you're comparing this takeoff and this takeoff, you can see that this one is very smooth, it's very convincing, and both of them are inside weekly or higher time frame zone. So meaning when the price gets to the first one, you're more than welcome to search for trades to go up. If you don't get them, the price is just going to go down and break that, but you can still try and search for trades at the one at the bottom, because we're saying what we are inside a weekly support that pushed up and broke bearish trend line. If you still remember, when we were on weekly, we had a trend line here, and we said from this support we pushed up and broke it, which is why when the price is coming inside it, we're trying to catch trades to the upside. Let's do one more time frame, which is H4. So on H4, we know that around here, that's where we had our daily zone as zone number 1, and somewhere around there we had this as zone number 2. So that's if you are trading daily as an execution time frame. But in this case, if you are trading H4 as an execution time frame, the first zone here doesn't look nice. This one, there's too many candlesticks at your base. This one looks nice, and even the takeoff was very strong. So it all depends on which time frames you're trading. Then you make decisions based on that. So that's why if you are to try and catch a trade here, make sure that you get confirmation. It's not something that you will try and go with the limit order, because of that, this is just a mess. It's just a mess. So let's just see what the price does when it gets inside there. But you're more than welcome to do what? To search for trades to go up. So now, what if you are searching for trades to go up and you don't get the trades, but rather the price moves down and does that? What would that mean? It means, if you still remember monthly, it means we would have went lower than our pin bar. And remember, we said when you're having a bullish pin bar, we expect the price to break on the other side. So if it comes and breaks this side, it's not a good sign. This can just open like a space for more sellers to push in that direction, which is going to be the same case should the price fail to defend this zone. It will go lower than the zone, which means it will go lower than this, and we'll end up with what? With the that pin bar that we got on monthly being taken out or being invalidated. We'll end up with price action that looks like this, which means the guy that was there before, we wouldn't it wouldn't exist anymore. So that's all that you can look out for on this gold. So I understand that what I picked is that most of you you do have like there's a lot of information on the internet, which is why it's important that you do your research, you follow someone, check how they do things, so that you can decide if that style of trading, you see how I'm doing things, just naked chart, I analyze that and I make decisions based on that. So you need to make sure that you only follow someone that does approach a chart how you want to learn, because it doesn't help in you learning how to, me showing you how to do it like that, and then you are happy, but you still follow someone that is using an indicator, because they are going to throw you off. You just need to make your mind, then that's how you will make it in this industry. You need to know what you want and don't be greedy. You need to know and follow that. You want a naked chart, you're gonna go with a naked chart and make sure that you make your decisions based on a naked chart. Because you mustn't follow someone because of what you saw them on Instagram, they showed you a picture of profits and stuff like that, and then automatically you feel like they can teach you something, they know how to trade or they know how to analyze. It shouldn't be like that. You should follow someone because of what you have seen their market analysis, you have had them analyze, and you feel like if they can teach you, what they're articulating, if they can teach you that, you'll be a better trader. That's what I want. That's why on my channel you'll never see my face. You don't even know how I look like. You don't even know what I drive and stuff like, because it's not important. I want you to follow me because of the content or the stuff that I'm posting here, the analysis that I make. That's what I want you to follow me for. So you need to make sure that you don't follow people for the wrong reasons, and only follow those ones that preach what you want, or that preach the style of trading that you want. Because if I just post a picture with a chart and then I put an arrow and say this, like I'm giving you a signal, you will never learn from this kind of a person. You can't say this person knows how to trade, I want them to teach me. Because of what? This is just a prediction, or this is just I can just do guesswork and then it works. But the day you tell me, you explain your setup, that's when I'll hear that, no, this one, I don't think they can teach me what I want. You see? So not here, no face, no nothing. I hope you guys have been enjoying my videos, and if you're interested, I can teach you this style of trading, because of what you have seen the videos of me do this over and over again. So if you want to learn it more, you will contact me, and then we will take it from there. And then I will try and give you guys a video. I won't go for like 2 days without giving you a video. So I'll try by all means to be consistent. All right, guys, I'll see you on the other side. Sharp, sharp.